Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2016 Test Huddle second annual awards ceremony. And I want to thank you very much for coming here today to join us for the awards ceremony. I am your host, Ronan, and as part of today's ceremony, we're going to be having an awards, and we're also going to be mentioning a few people who we want to thank through the year and tell you a bit about how Tesla has got on in the last year since our last awards in April of last year. So without further ado, let's get the awards underway. Okay, now I'm going to hit this button, and hopefully we'll have now. So the awards today is presented by myself. Unfortunately, Dara wasn't able to join us, and simply the schedule. We're going to have the discuss our test huddle year, the award ceremony, and the after party. Now, attendance at the after party is non-compulsory. You don't have to come, but if you do like to come, you can find the after party on testhuddle.com. So I'll tell you a bit about Test Huddle. As you know, if you're attending the awards, Test Huddle is a community for software testers. And we have members worldwide, members all over the world, and growing every week and every year. We have about 6,000 members at the moment. And just to tell you a bit about what the community's done so far this year, we have 3 community admins, which you'll recognize myself, Ronan. We also have Dara, and there's Emma as well. Our moderators, we have Jesper, we have Andreas, we have Alan, and we have a fourth, which hopefully will be happening soon, but I'll keep that card close to my chest until our announcement later in the week, hopefully. We have over 300 different testing resources. Now, Test Huddle hosts resources both in terms of ebooks. We have everything from test automation to security testing to programming. We also have webinars covering a lot of the same topics. In fact, this week we have our webinar series and 3 different topics, but one still to come tomorrow on test automation and writing tests for testing using test automation. We've built up since last year. We have a few more forums than we did last year. We've 10 now in total, and it's growing still. And as you can see by the number of threads and comments, the community is growing day by day and year by year, and it's thriving at the moment. So we want to thank you as our community members for taking part and for being part of our community. And without further ado, then I think we should get on to awards. So the awards are laid out. We have a number of different awards to give out, including if you're visiting the page, you'll see comment and thread and so forth. Each one will give a brief description of the award, then I'll name out the nominees, and then finally I'm going to announce the winner. So the awards ceremony itself is not going to take too long. It's going to be a lot of tension, hopefully, but hopefully you should get some fun out of it. And all the winners will be receiving a special prize. So if you are nominated and you do win, I'll be getting in touch with you shortly. So to start with our first award this evening, the Comment of the Year Award. So this award is in recognition of a statement that's added to the conversation, the community. It can be insightful, provocative, or just plain humorous. And as you see for the nominees this year, a lot of the humorous comments have managed to make the nomination list. So first up is Michael Kennedy in What's the Weirdest Thing You Have Tested? And Michael has responded with the wife's patience. So quite a quick one there from Michael, and it's quite fairly humorous. Next we have Niad, and again in the same thread, we had loads of different people commenting about what the weirdest thing they had tested, and Niad tells us about the software he tested for a gynecologist's office, so quite a strange one there. And finally, we have, in a more serious note, we have Jerry Weinberg. And in discussing what has been your biggest software challenge so far, Jerry Weinberg gave the doubt, or gave the example of his challenge being dealing with people who think testing is a trivial task. And I'm sure many of you would agree, as software testers, that he says here would you would echo that sentiment, and that you would agree with some of what he says. So without further ado, let's move on. The Community Test Huddle Award for Best Comment of the Year goes to Jerry Weinberg. Congratulations, Jerry, and well done. I'm afraid we've no applause effect, but I'll get working on that. We'll move on now to our next award, and this is the Thread of the Year. And this is based on content, interaction, community, contribution to knowledge of base of the community. So we have a number of nominees again. This year our nominees are, so these would be anyone that's this thread that's been written in the last year. So first up is Jesper, who's also our moderator, but I have to say it was an independent panel that decided on the nominations. So there's no favoritism involved. And he started the thread about what's the weirdest thing you have tested. And it's a growing thread. A lot of people have contributed to, as you can see already from the nominations from the comment section. There has been a lot of opinion and people coming back with stories of strange things they have tested. Our next nomination is from Ben, and his thread that he started was terrible test cases. And the thread started about him discussing another member of staff who he works with, who, in his opinion, doesn't write great test cases, and he looked for help in that regard. And that thread got a huge amount of replies from the community, and seemed to one people can relate to a lot. Now, finally, our final nomination is Mike Owens, and he is writing about how to convince management that investment in test automation is essential. And this was a thread started by Mike trying to find out, or trying to seek help on how to convince his or any management that any investment in test automation or moving from manual to test automation would benefit the company and would be better in the long run for the company. And again, a lot of people replied to that thread with their various different opinions and thoughts on how to help Mike out. So without further ado, let's announce the winner. And the winner is, for Best Thread of the Year, the Test Huddle Community Awards, it goes to Mike Owens. Congratulations, Mike, and well done to you. I'll be in touch after the webinar. Now, our next award. So we're looking at most attendances at a webinar. Now, this is in recognition of their commitment to learning, expanding their knowledge and punctuality, because as I've mentioned, Test Huddle generally has had a lot of webinars. We generally host about 3 a month, and over the past 12 months, that builds up to quite a number of webinars. And in the last year, we've had, as I said, webinars on so many different topics. We've even had webinars related to love and testing, was set around Valentine's Day in February. But loads of different subjects, and a lot of webinars follow on from the Eurostar conference, that some of the best papers or best sessions that were voted the best sessions at the Eurostar conference eventually become webinars here on Test Huddle. So I'd like to introduce you to the nominees for the most attendances at a webinar. And they are Madagiri Jaya Prajic, Elisa Abedrepo, and Gohir Sarzan. Now, I hope I pronounced it right. I'm terrible at pronunciation. I probably should have been practicing beforehand. But there you go. This is a live ceremony, so anything can happen. So without further ado, let's go to the winner. And the winner is Madan Giri. So congratulations to you, Madan Giri. And well done to you. I think you were in attendance at over 20 webinars, which isn't bad going in the last year. And we really appreciate you coming along to our webinars on Test Huddle. If you ever want to attend a webinar Test Huddle, if you just go to testhuddle.com, you can head over to upcoming webinars under the events tab, and you'll find what we have planned for the future. And this time next year, you never know, you could become a nominee for the best attendance or most attendance at a webinar. Now to our next award. So this award is in recognition of the thread that brought about the most interaction in the community forums. So a thread that has led to a lot of discussion, a lot of comments, a lot of likes or a lot of dislikes, but whether it's a topic that is popular or not, or not as popular or not, but a topic that is either it can be positive or negative thread, but the idea is that it's the most popular thread that's received the most comments. So we're going to announce the winner of the most popular thread of Test Huddle in the year 2016, and the award goes to Ben Moorfield. Congratulations, Ben, for his thread on terrible test cases, which I mentioned earlier in the awards. So that's a nomination and a win for Ben. So congratulations, Ben, and well done to you. Now, our About Me section. In Tesla, once you sign up and become a member of the community, you can fill in your About Me section. Even after you sign up, you can go back and edit it. And what you should do is include any details that are related to yourself. So tell us a bit about yourself, describe yourself to us. Some people put in their hobbies, some people put in what types of testing they're into, some people put in their background in testing, some people put in how they got involved in testing, some people put in their testing certification. You can push in whatever you like. But our award is in recognition of both the most imaginative and descriptive About Me sections, and we would like to recognize the abilities of our members of the community in writing their own about me's. So without further ado, let's look at the nominees. This year the nominees are, a few of them are short but sweet, and Rob Bishop is our first nominee, and going in the opposite direction from being very descriptive about how he got involved in testing and how he's doing testing and what he's doing now. Rob has simply chosen to say testing is a way of life. Our next nominee is Vivek, and his About Me is almost as short as Rob's, maybe even be shorter if you're counting number of characters, and simply a born tester. And our final nominee then is Charles Griffith, who doesn't even get to mention testing, but describes the sort of man he is, and gives very accurate description of life as a working in front of a PC, and simply a working stiff. So without further ado, we're going to announce the winner, and it is Rob Bishop. Congratulations, Rob, for your lovely descriptive About Me. It was quite long, and in terms of nominees this year anyway, it's quite long. And I think it fulfilled exactly what you set it out to do. Testing is a way of life. So, Rob, well done to you. Now, our next award is Best Avatar. And this is to acknowledge the variety of profile pictures that users create for your avatar. So when you create your Test Huddle account, you're given an avatar straight away, one that you can, but you can upload your own avatar if you wish. And there's a number of different styles and approaches people use. Some people use their own pictures of themselves. Some use silly images. And as you see from the nominees, some use very strange images indeed. So we have a number of nominees this year for the Best Avatar. And the nominees are in no particular order. Paul French, James Garfield, James Redgrave. Quite a nice collection of images there. You might recognize some from some Simpsons. I think it's the Simpsons one there in the middle. We also have Pete Mitchelson and Thomas Ponnet. And finally, we have Alan Fagan, Simon Long, and John Carty. And without further ado, we're going to announce the winner. And the winner is Paul French. Congratulations, Paul. And just to remind you folks what Paul's avatar looked like. There you go. And well done to Paul. And I hope you enjoy your prize, Paul, and bask in the glory of being a Test Huddle Annual Awards winner of the second such awards. Now, folks, sadly, that's all. We had a very quick ceremony. The awards have been handed out. I'll be in contact with the winners. Well done to all the nominees for getting nominated. And if you ever want to add that to your CV, please feel free to do. It's I'm sure it'll be become a very influential aspect of your CV in years to come, that you were a Test Huddle Awards nominee. And to the winners, well done to you. Enjoy the glory of being the Test Huddle Community Award winner for this year. Next year you will have to defend your award. So if you're whatever category you're in, start thinking now about how you will defend your award in that category. I want to thank you very much for attending this, folks. It's a short but sweet ceremony. Next up, we're going to have Test Huddle as part of the birthday celebrations. We have tomorrow, we have a Let's Talk session, which Alison Wade and Regini, and they're going to talk about women, the role of women in testing, and that's at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So join us for that. And also tomorrow we have another webinar as part of the birthday celebrations. As well as that, if you want to head over to Test Huddle now, we're giving away a few prizes to anyone that wishes happy birthday in their own language. We'll also have the soapbox sessions will be broadcast from Test Huddle. These are the sessions that recorded as part of your Start 2015 in the Community Huddle. So these, if you're not familiar with the soapbox sessions, they're 5-minute talks, recorded live from the Community Huddle at the conference, where people discuss different topics, and our next one is due to be published about now. And finally, there's a chess game happening on Test Huddle as well as part of the birthday celebrations. So if you want to take part in that, please feel free to head over to testhuddle.com and we'll see you there. I want to thank you very much for attending here today. As you can see, I'm not in my black tie, unfortunately. I didn't get a chance to change, but hopefully I'll get a bit dressed up for the after party, which will be on Test Huddle later. So until I see your folks again, enjoy the wins if you won, and for those of you that didn't win, hard luck, but better luck next year, and we'll talk to you soon. See you on Test Huddle. Bye, folks.